Alright, all you listeners of madness, and I guess a couple of you out there during the afternoon, evening, and night traffic hours, welcome back to Under the Radar. And man, oh man, folks, we really missed doing this show in the beginning of the week, but at the same time, a chance to do it in the midweek to give you some midweek madness? Yeah, I think we may do this more often. I mean, on rare occasions, but when we say at the end of the show that this show can take place at any time, any place, and anywhere, we mean it. And in the middle of your week, that definitely proves it. But besides proving our anthem at a moment's notice of any time, any place, and anywhere when it comes to madness, I think it's time for us to take out our left-handed scissors and cut out some very interesting newspaper clippings from this past weekend and beyond for another edition of yesterday's news. And in our first news story, and something that a lot of people said we should have covered for this week's edition of the Tuesday Night Special, but we left it out for a reason. For you game show and morning TV show fans out there, Regis Philbin unfortunately died this past week at the age of 88 years old. And for those who don't know who Regis Philbin is, he was the guy who was on a show called Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, and even with the other host that was hosted alongside with it, and was even a host, a part of a show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And as of this past Monday, and we forgot to mention this, a part of the Raw recap that we usually do for the Tuesday Night Special, WWE decided to honor Regis Philbin by mentioning him and all the great guests he was able to talk to during his show, which included the likes of not only John Cena, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kevin Nash, and the list goes on and on. So this guy was a part of a lot of people's careers and interviewed several future world heavyweight champions, including John Cena, who was a current champion at the time when he talked to him on an episode of Live with Regis and Kelly. And thank you, Maestro, for reminding me of the other host that was with him, a part of the said show. And we here at Under the Radar would like to say, on behalf of Regis Philbin and the many of people he's been a part of over his 60-year-long career, may his work live on forever, and may he forever rest in peace. And in other news, and in sad news for you horror movie / Bruce Lee movie fans out there, an actor that goes by the name of John Saxon unfortunately died this week at the age of 83 years old, and died due to pneumonia as of this past week. And for those who don't know who this guy is, he played the sheriff, a part of A Nightmare on Elm Street, and was also featured as one of the people who fought Bruce Lee in the hit movie of Enter the Dragon, which to this day, next to Game of Death, was probably one of my favorite Bruce Lee films of all time. And thank you for reminding me, Maestro, he was also a part of the hit movie Black Christmas, the 1974 edition, and was also a part of the movie Tenebrae, along with his hit film of Nightmare on Elm Street as the cop we mentioned before. And we here at Under the Radar would like to say, on behalf of this legendary actor, John Saxon, may your work live on forever, and may you forever rest in peace. And in other news, or more or less up, down news, for you fans out there of Mr. 24/7, the most recent king of the Madden tournaments, he recently made a stop in on Up, Down and got in a little bit of a back and forth war with none other than Austin Creed in a game of Tekken, actually displaying a couple of the new characters we were able to mention over the last couple of weeks for the game of Tekken. But one thing I was a little bit disappointed about, that none of them decided to use the sister of Nina Williams. Yeah, I really thought one of them were gonna use Anna Williams to use that rocket launcher in combat, but I got a feeling I'm gonna have to pick up the sticks one day and try to test out that character for myself. Cause that's a very interesting weapon to have in the game of Tekken. You know, besides the other girl they decided to use that had that Kimu claw thing and crawled on the ground like something out of The Thing. Yeah, Tekken lineup has gotten weird over the years, but hey, I like it, really do. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out this best of 5 series between Mr. 24/7 and Austin Creed for yourselves, you can head on over to the YouTube page of one man only known as Up Up Down Down to check it out for yourselves. And I guess with that said, for this week, folks, wraps it up for another special midweek edition of Yesterday's News. And with that said, we might as well head back to this music, and when we return, we'll be back with more of this Cobalt madness than you can shake a Cobalt badge at, as Under the Radar continues right after this. So don't touch that dial just yet, folks, and stay tuned.